continuously using IoT devices. Say, for example, we have a sensors to measure the blood pressure, okay, the ECC. So many sensors have come up nowadays. So using these sensors, we can analyze the health of a person. And also, we can use the IoT for buildings or in cities. Or we have nowadays the concept called as smart cities have come up, right? So we can use this IoT devices to monitor this infrastructure and report and give our data on this particular applications. So now what we are doing, we are studying about the Arduino. So Arduino is one type of the IoT device. So these are the IoT devices. So these devices we can place into the field, okay, and we can put some sensors on that and collect the data. So why Arduino? So we have various IoT devices like I think most of the people will be knowing the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so it is one of the IoT device. The popularly used IoT devices are like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, right? So these devices are specifically used in the field of to understand what is IoT devices. So this is specifically for understanding IoT and how it works. So, so it is a popularly used device along with the Raspberry Pi. So what is this Arduino? So Arduino is an open source program circuit board. So it is a Arduino circuit board. So we this whatever the source code with Arduino, it is already available in the net. So if anyone wants to understand how it works, can go through this particular open source. Okay, and also you can modify the source code and you can work on it. Okay, so it is a circuit board. So this circuit board is having many components on it. Say we have a microcontroller, we have pins where digital pins are analog pins where we can connect different sensors on this devices. Okay, and we have memory where we can store the data and process the data, and also we have network components where you can connect the internet to this Arduino port. Okay, we'll see the structure of the Arduino. Mhm. So before that, when I say Arduino, so three things will come up. So one is like physical piece. So this is the hardware component, the Arduino. So as I said, it consisting of various components, microcontroller, a memory, okay, power supply, those things. And next is a programming environment where we can write the program for this particular Arduino device, and we can run this program on the Arduino. So that is the other component. And the third component is a community. So if you have any doubts or uh, in doubt, or if you want to learn more about the IoT or some components, you can always refer to this particular community. Okay, there is a arduino.cc .com, so you can go through that website and you can learn many things from the for the Arduino. So what we'll be studying, this the hardware component and how we can write a program onto the Arduino. Okay, so this is the Arduino. How this is how it looks. So you can see that it has various components. So one is the microcontroller. So where exactly we have the processor where you can execute the instructions. Okay. So Atmega, so it uses Atmega 328 microcontroller. Okay. And we have a power button. So we can give the power to this Arduino using this power cable, and we have a voltage regulator, so we can change the voltage. So this Arduino will work with the voltage with the 5 volt to 3.3 volt. So this is what the voltage, and we can connect this Arduino with the computer by using this cable, this USB cable. So what you need to do is you need to power on this cable. Okay, so once you put a power to this particular cable, I think there's a indicate, so this LED will indicate that the power is on. Then after that, you can connect the USB to the computer or a laptop. Okay. So once you connect this Arduino to the USB, so using IDE, you can write some code on this particular Arduino. You can run particular program on the Arduino. Okay. And there is a reset button here, reset button. So suppose if you want to restart a machine, then this Arduino, then you can press this particular button. So it will boot. It will boot. It will erase all the previous data and it will boot up again. And so it uses two pins. So Arduino has two pins where one is a digital input output pins. So it's starting from a 0 to 13. So we have 14 digital input output pins. Okay. So this using this digital output pins, we can connect sensors, different sensors to these pins. And we have around 6 analog pins. Okay, so we have 14 digital pins and we have 6 analog pins. So these pins are used for connecting different sensors. So we'll connect different sensor to the Arduino using these pins. Okay, so we'll study that. And there is a power LED indicator. So if the LED is on, it means that there is a power is given to this particular this Arduino. Okay. And then we have different, yeah, as I told, we have the Arduino will work with 5 volt and 3.3 volt. Okay. And we have reset pin. So this is how the Arduino looks. So you'll understand more when we work on this particular device. So this is about the hardware. So in order to write programs onto the program and run onto this Arduino device, we have Arduino IDE. Okay, so we can download the. So suppose if want to do some small projects, you can purchase one Arduino. Okay, purchase some Arduino and you can install this software, that is IDE. So you can go to this website. So this is the software. You will get a lot of information about the Arduino. Okay, so you can download the IDE here. Yeah. So this will work for Windows, Linux, and also Mac. You can download the software and you can install this software and it will work as an IDE. So you can write programs here and you can run these programs onto the Arduino. So how to run a program onto the Arduino? So first you need to download this IDE, okay, and then connect this connect the Arduino device to the PC, okay, PC or laptop, wherever you install this IDE. And then so once you connect the USB cable to the PC, so automatically the drivers will be installed. So if not, you can download the drivers in the website, that is arduino.cc, and you can install those drivers and you can start the Arduino IDE. Okay, once you start the Arduino IDE, so there are two things you need to do. So one is like selecting the board, and next is serial port. So what do you mean by this board? So we have different Arduinos in the market. So whatever we are using in the experiment is Arduino Uno R3. So like that, we have different versions of the Arduino. So for which board you are writing the program. So for that, you need to select what type of board you are using. And then, so once you connect to the your USB to your USB port, so which port you are working on. So that port you need to select as a serial port. So that will be used for communicating between the Arduino device and your PC. So these things you need to select once you connect your uh, the Arduino device to the laptop. So after doing these steps, so you can write a code onto the Arduino IDE. So once you write the code, you can compile. So once there is no error, you can upload the code into the Arduino and you can run. So these are the steps involved for for running a program onto the Arduino device. So this is so once you connect your USB, so you can see that so the power LED will be on, and so this is an example like open blink example. So once if you run this particular program, so you can see that this LED will be blinking. Okay, and how the IDE looks. So this is how the IDE looks. So once you download this IDE software, so once you open the IDE, so this is how the IDE looks. So here you can go for file and create a new file, and you can write a program here. So I will explain this syntax. So what is how to write a program in the Arduino? I will explain. So this is how the IDE looks. Arduino IDE. Yeah, so as I told, once you connect the USB to the laptop or a PC, so we need to do two things. One is you need to select what board you are using. So which version of the Arduino board you are using. So that you need to select. And another one is in to which port you are connected. So these things we need to select. So this is how you can select these options. So first is you need to go for the tools in the IDE. So you need to go for the tools and go for the serial port, and you can select whichever the port you are connected. Okay, and in order to select the evaluation board, you can go for tools, and there is a board. So these are the versions of the, I think it's not visible. So these are the different versions of the Arduino board. So you can select which type of Arduino board you are using for the you are working. Okay, so you can select that particular board. Then after that, you can start writing the code. So once you write the code, so first you need to compile. So if there are no errors, then you can upload the code by using this button. There is an arrow mark here. So if you press that, then the program, whatever you are written, will be run on the Arduino device. Okay. So if there are any errors, it will display you the error here. Okay. Yeah, these are the steps you need to follow. So first you need to write a program. So in the Arduino, we call program as a sketch. Okay. So first you need to write a sketch, then compile. So if there are no errors, you need to upload. And so once you upload, the program will be run on the Arduino, and based on the program, it will give you write a code in the Arduino. And so we'll explain about uh, what are the syntax of writing code in the Arduino. So first I will explain with the Tinkercad so that it will be helpful and easy to understand. Okay, so what we'll be doing is uh, we'll go to this Tinkercad simulation environment. Okay, so I want everyone to open this. So what I'm doing, I will be explaining the experiments here, programs. So parallelly, you can also do it. And if you have any errors or any doubts, you can ask. Okay. So which environment I'm using? So I'm using Tinkercad simulation environment. Okay. So this is the link. I'll put it in the chat. Yes. So everyone click on this. Click on this Tinkercad. So there will be a sign up. So you can sign up using your mail. So once you sign up, so you will get this screen. I hope everyone are doing.
Sir, can you repeat what did you say?
So we'll be working with the simulation. Okay, we'll use Arduino and we'll connect different sensors to the Arduino, and we'll work on the Arduino. So for that, we are using a simulator. Okay, so this is an online simulator. The what I shared the link. Okay, tinkercad.com. So this is an online simulation environment for the Arduino. So I'll be explaining the experiments with this online simulator. Okay, so I want everyone to work on this simulator parallelly. So that's what I told. So just click on this website and register. So you should get this screen.
So you showed us another software initially. What about that, sir?
Which one? Yeah, this one you're talking. This one. This one you're talking. This is Arduino IDE.
Yeah, sir,
So
exactly.
yeah, you have Eclipse, right? Eclipse or different IDEs you already worked, I guess, right? So similarly, in order to work with the Arduino, we have a software. So that is IDE. So using this software, we can write a program onto the Arduino board. So since we are not working with a hardware device, I don't have hardware now. So that's what we are working with a simulator. Okay, so if you have a hardware device and you want to run program on that, then you should have Arduino IDE. So this is where you can download this IDE.
Okay, sir. So right now we'll use the simulator online instead
Yes.
of this.
So since we don't have a hardware component, so that's why we are using simulator. This is the simulator we are using.
Okay, sir.
So if you have a hardware device, so later you can try out. So whatever the experiment we are running now, so all the experiments you can run on the Arduino device. So this is like simulator environment where if you have a hardware, you can check with a real-time mode nodes. Okay. So for now we are simulating the hardware. We have hardware components, sensors here in the Tinkercad simulator. So that's why we are using this simulator for understanding how Arduino works. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So how to find this simulator?
Just I pasted the link in the chat. There is a chat in the chat. I have given the link. You got?
Sir, I'm here, but sir, on the dashboard I can't see anything.
Just wait for my steps. I will tell. Okay, once you register, you should get a. Wait, I will. Yeah, so this screen will appear first. Yes, everyone are getting this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we how to simulate the Arduino programs. So first you need to go for this circuits. Okay, there is a circuit tab here on to the left, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then go for the create new circuit. So the screen will appear. Yes. Reply.
Loading.
So these you can see in the right side. So these are the sensors. This Tinkercad supports. So we have, these are the some example sensors. Okay, so these are the sensors supported by the Tinkercad. So in the market we have n number of sensors. So all the sensors are not built here, but some basic sensors are built here so that you can work with those particular sensor. Okay, so we'll be using most of these sensors during these experiments. Okay, and the Arduino board, that is Arduino board, what we are using is this one. You can drag and drop these things. Okay, so just uh, uh, select the Arduino board here. Arduino Uno R3 is there. So you can also search here in the bar. So just type Arduino.
Yes, sir. Did.
Yeah, Arduino R3. So this is the version of the board we are using. So just drag and drop, drag and drop here. So, yeah. So this will appear here. So this is the Arduino board. So as I told, the Arduino has, these are the components of the Arduino. So this is the USB cable. So using this USB cable, you can connect this Arduino to your laptop or a computer. Okay, so this is the USB cable and this is the power supply. So in order to give power to this Arduino, you can connect a power supply here. And then these are the analog pins. So this is the microcontroller. Okay, so this is the microcontroller and these are the pins of the microcontroller. So we have analog pins from A0 to A5. So these are called analog pins. Okay, and from 0 to 13. Okay, these are all digital pins, D0 to D30. So what do you mean by digital and what do you mean by analog? What do you mean by digital data? So the data will be either 0 or 1, right? So the digital data will be either 0 or 1. So whereas analog, so the analog data will be having discrete values. So we are quantizing those infinite analog values to the quantized value, and then we are reading into the Arduino board. Okay, so these are analog pins. So if we have a sensor working with the analog input or analog output, so we'll be connecting that sensor to this analog pins. And if we have a sensors working with a digital output or input, then we'll be connecting that into this particular pin. So these are the pins used in the Arduino board. So everyone done this?
Yes,
So
sir.
this,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So this is the Arduino board. So how to write a code on this Arduino board? So just see, look here. So there is a code tab here. Code. Can you see this? Code.
Yes, sir.
So click on code. Okay, and there is a blocks here. So there is a drop down menu here. So where blocks is there. So just click on that. Click on it and select text. Okay. Click on the text. So this will be, the code will appear. So I will repeat once again. Click on the code. Okay, and there will be a drop down menu. So click on that drop down menu. So we have blocks plus text and text. So we not to write a code onto the Arduino, just select the text. So the code will appear in the screen. Correct? Everyone getting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the syntax of writing the Arduino programs. So I think most of you are familiar with C programming, right? So in the C programming, we have a main function, right? So the starting of the function will be a main function, right? So similarly, in the Arduino, we have two functions. So one is setup function and another one is loop function. Okay, so whatever the programs you write in the Arduino, So for all the programs should contain these two functions. Okay, so one is void setup and another one is void loop. So what do you mean by this void setup? So here we are initialize, if we have a data to initialize, so we will initialize the code here, that is void setup. Okay, and if we have some instructions that has to be executed repeatedly, then we write those instructions in the while loop. Okay, so we'll write some examples, you'll understand. Okay, so what we need to understand now is in the Arduino program, there will be two mandatory functions. Okay, so one is void setup and another one is void loop. Okay, so this is a basic syntax of Arduino program. So that's what I was telling here. Okay, so void setup and void loop. Fine. So whatever the code you are writing here, so all the instructions will be a code or case sensitive. So you need to check what letter you need to use, either a capital letter or a small letter. And so this follows your C, C++, C++ syntax. Okay. So if you are not knowing, it's okay. We are executing only small programs. So I hope everyone can code this. Okay, and each instruction should be, that is statement should be ended with a semicolon. And if you want to write comments, you can use this operators. Okay, double slash and slash or star. So all the Arduino programs have two mandatory functions. So one is void setup and another one is void loop. Okay. So the first program, I think whenever you are studying the C program or C++ program, so any program, so first you will study how to run a hello world program. So similarly, when you are learning about the Arduino program, so the first program is a blinking of an LED. So we are going to collect an LED device. So this is an output a device. It means that it will give an output to the user. Okay, so what is the output? So it will glow. If we provide high voltage, it will glow, and if we don't pass power, so it will not be glowing. So that is the hello world program for the IoT, for the Arduino board. Okay, so we will learn how to run this hello world program. Okay, so before that, you need to know some terminologies used in the Arduino. So the first one is sketch. So sketch, what do you mean by sketch? So sketch means a program. Okay, and pin. So we can connect sensors to these pins. So these pins may be input pin or a output pin. So this pin can work as a input pin or a output pin. So depending upon the type of sensor you are using. So when I say LED, LED is a output device. It means that it will glow. It will not give input to the Arduino. It is a output device. So if you give high voltage, the LED will be on. If you give low voltage, then LED will be off. So that is one example for the output device. Okay, so we'll see some input devices also later. So these pins can work as a input or a output depending upon the type of sensor you are connecting. Okay, and we have two data as I told. So one is a digital data. So the digital data may be either high or low. Okay, these are the two possible values we have when we are working with the digital data. And for the analog, so we have infinite values. So these infinite values we can quantize and we can make the value within the range of 0 to 255. Okay, so we can say, for example, we can change the brightness of LED within this particular range. So we'll execute that example, okay, later. So this is the analog data. So we have digital data or analog data. And next important thing you should know is the whatever the pin you are using. Okay, so what are the pins we have in the board? Just let me show that. So these are the pins, right? So D0 to D13 are digital pins, and A0 to A5 are the analog pins. So whether this pin is used for input or output, so this you can initialize using this particular function. So what is that function? Yeah, so you can initialize that particular pin, say for example pin number 0. So whether that particular pin is working as a input or as a output. So suppose if you are connecting LED, so LED is a output pin, so you need to initialize this particular pin as a output. Okay, so this is how you need to initialize. I will explain this. So this is the syntax. Okay, so pin mode. So in which mode this particular pin will be, whether it will be an input or a output. So this is how you need to initialize. And next is digital read. So as I told, the pins we have analog pin and digital pin. So in order to read, if we have digital data, then you can read that particular data via this pin by using this function. Okay, so digital read. Okay, so this will read from this particular pin. So what data it will read? It will read digital data. So what are the possible values? So the possible values are 0 or 1. Similarly, if you want to write something onto the pin, then you can write digital write. Okay, so on which particular pin you are writing and what is its value. As I told, digital has two values, 0 or 1. So you can specify either 0 or 1. Okay, so these are the terminologies you'll be working with the Arduino. And yeah, and another two terminologies are delay. So delay, so it will be, you need to specify here some integer value. So that will be that integer value will be treated as a in milliseconds. So whatever, say suppose if you specify 1000 here, so it means that it is 1 second. So it will be converted into milliseconds. So the execution will stop for that that many number of milliseconds. Okay, and another function you will be using is delay microseconds. So here we can specify in the milliseconds. So if you want to specify in the microseconds, you can use this functions. Okay, so these are the basic terminologies you'll be working with. So you should know this syntax. Okay, so one is pin mode, digital write, digital read, and also analog write and analog write. Okay, and delay. So let's work with one example. Yeah, so how to simulate. So first you need to select the Arduino. So which Arduino board you are working. So please take Arduino Uno R3. Okay, if you type here Arduino, then this board will appear. So just drag it and drop. Okay, so the Arduino board will appear. Fine. And the next component required is breadboard. Okay, breadboard. So we are using this small breadboard. So this is where we'll do all the connections. We can directly connect onto the Arduino. So suppose if we have LED and we can connect that LED directly to the Arduino board. Okay, But if we give high voltage or something happens, the Arduino will be it will fail. It will not work. So that's the reason. So the best practice is that you connect your devices or sensors to this Arduino board, and from the breadboard you can connect to the Arduino. Okay. So for that purpose we use this breadboard. Okay. So take this breadboard. I told we'll execute a simple first program. So the first program is the blinking of LED. So you take this LED. Okay, so this is how LED looks. So it has 2 points. Okay, one is anode and another one is cathode. Okay, so cathode you can connect to the negative, that you can connect to the ground, and the anode you can give to the power supply. So with the power supply, the LED will glow. If there is no power, then LED will be off. Okay. So you can type here LED, then LED will appear. So you can select LED here. So drag and drop here. Fine. And
So where's the search button, sir?
here it is. See, basic components is there. No, below that there is a search option here. This one, you're able to find.
So the texting is open, sir. How do we go to the search bar?
Texting is okay.
Click on code.
This code is there, no? This code is there, no? Okay, you have opened this. I think you have opened this.
Oh, got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah. So in order to open that, just click on code so that that menu will not be visible. So after that, you'll be having this. Fine. So everyone can do this. Everyone done this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before connecting, so just understand how this breadboard is connected. So you can see there are 4 parts here. Okay. So this is first part. So here all these dots. So when I move the cursor on one of the dot, you can see that there is a green line, right? There is a green line. So what it means? So all these points are interconnected. So if I give a high voltage here, then high voltage will be given to all the points. Okay, so all these are interconnected. So these are horizontally connected. So the first part is horizontally connected. You can see that these are the 2 rows we have. So all these are connected horizontally. Okay, and we have the second part. So you can see here, if I move cursor here, that is F, G, H, I, J. Okay, so these are vertically connected. So all the points are vertically connected. So if I give power supply to F, it means that there is a power supply to all the points, that is G, H, I, J. Okay, so the first one is connected horizontally. The second part is connected as vertically. Similarly, the third is connected vertically, and the fourth one is connected horizontally. Okay. Okay. So what it means? So you can see here, if I connect a high voltage in this point, so if I connect there is another pin, then here also there will be a high voltage. So it means that these all points are connected horizontally, and these 2 parts are connected as horizontally or vertically. Okay. Fine. Okay. So first what we will do, we will run the hello world program. So for that, so we need to connect the LED to breadboard. So we can directly connect here. Okay. So one is ground and another one is pin. So we can connect directly here. So for best practice, what we'll do, we will connect to the breadboard. Okay. place this LED in any of the part. So that is the between A to J. So you place anywhere. So I'm placing in the jth row. Can place anywhere. Okay. So it means that this cathode, we have in the LED we have two parts. So one is cathode and another one is anode. So cathode will be connected to the ground and anode will be connected to the power supply. Okay. So just I will place this LED onto the breadboard. Okay. So I have placed in the jth row. So how to connect? So you can connect. So before connecting the LED, so first it is better to use a resistor. Okay. So how to connect resistor? You take this resistor, or you can search a resistor so that it will appear. Okay. Or here only it is a resistor. So you can take this resistor and connect to the cathode of the LED. Okay. Or you can see, you can rotate this LED also. So I'm select this resistor. You can, there is a leftmost option. So you can see here in the screen. So you can rotate the LED. Okay. So what I'm doing, so I need to connect in the same part. So that's why I rotated that and I have connected here. So this cathode, so the these all pins are vertically connected. So I have connected the LED cathode to this particular which number 13. Okay. So in the same 13th column, I have connected the resistor. Okay. So the terminal 1 is connected to the cathode part and terminal 2 is connected to the other part. Okay. So here the 9. So from here I'm going to connect to the ground. So you can see. So how to connect? Yeah. So you can see this is the ground for the Arduino. Okay. There is a pin ground. There are 3 pins here, ground pins. So 1, 2, and one more is here. Okay. So you can connect to any of these pins. Okay. So how to connect? So first LED you take, place it on the breadboard, take resistor, you connect the cathode point to the resistor, the other terminal you take and connect to the ground. So how this wire will come? Just click on the any board, any point. So you can see there is a line. So this is nothing but it's a jumper wire. So actually we have different jumper wire, male to female, female to male, male male, like that. We have different jumper wires. So anyway we are not doing with the actual hardware. So okay, you will get when you click on the breadboard, so it will connect from one point to the another point. Okay. So everyone done this? Any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. The other part, that is anode part. So as I told, LED is a digital output device. Okay. So so we have how many digital pins? So we have 14 digital pins in the Arduino. So you can connect to any of the digital pin. Okay. So take this wire. So in order to change the direction, just click here and again just change the direction. So the wire will bend. Okay. So I'm connecting to pin number 13. Okay. So cathode I have connected to ground and anode I have connected to pin number 13. This is a digital pin. Correct. So this is the circuit design. So this is how you can connect different sensors to the Arduino board. Okay, so now we need to write a program. So how to write a program? So click onto the code, okay, and select text, okay, and the screen will appear. So here you can write your code. So what are the mandatory functions we have in the Arduino? So one is void setup and another one is void loop. So in the void setup, we will initialize the values, okay, and in the loop, so if we want to run the instructions multiple number of times, so we are writing those instructions into the loop. So what is the first step? So first we have to initialize the pins. So what all pins we are using? So for LED, so we are using the one digital pin, right? So anode part is connected to the digital pin. So we need to say that the pin number 13 will be used as a digital output, correct? So digital output. So how to initialize that pin? So using pin mode. Okay, so that's what I have told in this told here. So this pin will be configured as a what mode, whether it is an input mode or a output mode. So LED is an output device, so that's why we are saying initializing as a output. Okay, so this it will come automatically because it is a hello world program. So whenever you create, whenever you go for the this text section, so the this is already present. Okay, if you want to change, you can. If you are connected to the different pin, just initialize that particular pin here. Say suppose if you are connecting to pin number 8 or pin number any you can connect and it to any of the digital pin. So let's connect to different pin here. I will delete. So how to delete a particular connection? Just click on the wire and press delete. Okay, so that particular connection will be deleted. Okay, so I'm taking anode and I'm connecting to different pin, different digital pin. Say I'm connecting to pin number 3. Okay, so now my code will change. So which pin I'm using? I'm using pin number 3. So I will write here 3 comma output. So this is initialization. So here I will write some instructions so that will work on this particular LED. So what we'll do is we are blinking this LED. So once we will give high voltage, the other time we will give low voltage. Okay, so this is the code. So which functions we are using? So one is digital write. Okay, so digital write, it means that we are writing onto this particular pin. So what is that pin? So we are using, I have connected this LED to pin number 3. So that's why I'm modifying it to, instead of 13, I'm making it as a 3. So for this particular pin, I'm writing the value high. So it is a digital data. So what are the possible value? High or low. So what I'm doing, I'm writing high. So it means that I'm sending a high voltage to this particular pin. And then I'm delaying for 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so this will be in terms of millisecond. So it means that I will pause this instruction for the execution will pause for 1 second. It means that the LED will glow for 1 second. Then after 1 second, I will write a low value onto this particular pin. So once I will write high and once I will write low. And so once I write low, the glow, the LED will be off. The LED will not glow. And then I will give 1 second delay. So again, after executing this instruction, again it will start from executing the first instruction in the loop. So these instructions will be executed continuously, infinitely, until we stop the simulation. Okay, and these statements will be executed only one time. So first they will execute the white setup. This is initialization. So once you've done the initialization, you will execute the instruction of the loop. So these instructions will be executed one by one. Again, if all the instructions are executed, it will go back from the first instruction and it will start executing. Okay, so this will be executing in a infinite loop. So until you stop the simulation. Okay, so how to run? So you can see there is a button beside code, start simulation. So you can press this. So it is initializing and it is running. So there are no errors. So it is working. So once it is working, you cannot modify the code. So if you want to modify the code, you need to stop the simulation and then change the code. Okay, so let's start. So it is starting. So what's happening here? So you can see that. So what we are doing, we are writing high, then we are delaying for 1 second, then we are writing low, and then we are delaying for another second. So here you can see that LED is glowing on and off. So this is the Hello World program. Everyone are getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Megan, you are getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope everyone executed. So if you are facing any errors or any doubts, you can ask. Okay. So this is how you can connect an LED to the Arduino and how you can run a program. So what?
Sir, can you post this simulation video on the group or?
Yeah, I will send you a link. I will.
Yes,
What
sir.
I'm planning is, uh, I will post this video in the YouTube, and that link I will give. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is what you have executed. Okay. Arduino program to implement. So the sorry, blinking of LED. So this is just like a hello world. So next program, what we'll do, we'll connect two LEDs. Okay, two LEDs, and we'll blink. Make other LED as off, and after 1 second, we'll glow other LED and we'll turn off the other LED. Okay, so just variation of that. Okay, so instead of one LED, we'll take two LEDs. So what we are doing, so we are taking another LED. You can change the color of LED here. So once you click on the LED, you can name that particular LED and you can change the color of that LED. So here it is. Okay, so I'm changing this color to green. Okay, so again we need to connect the cathode to a resistor. Cathode to a resistor, and the other end of the resistor you can connect to the ground. So you can connect like this. Okay, or what you can do is, instead of connecting each time to the ground, what you do is you make this this first part of the breadboard. You can see the fourth part from the starting. If you start from here, so the fourth part you can make one as the ground and another one has power supply. Okay, so what you need to do is to take the ground and connect to this particular point. So once I connect this particular point, it means that all the points here are all are connected to ground. Okay, so instead of connecting each LED to ground, what you need to do, you can connect a ground to a common point, so where these are connected horizontally. Okay, so connect like this and connect the cathode part of each LED to one of these points. Like this. So it means that both cathode part are connected to ground because this part is horizontally connected, right? Horizontally connected. So we are connecting the cathode part to this horizontally connected row. And you can also change the color of this cables. You can change here. Okay, so better practice is to, whenever you are connecting to the ground, make it as a black. Okay, wire you can make it as a black, so that you can easily understand which wire is connected to the ground, which wire is connected to pins, which wire is connected to the power supply. Okay, so whenever you are connecting to the ground, so you can make that wire color as black. Fine. So I have connected to the pin number 3, and so other pin I will connect to pin number, whichever pin you can take, can connect pin number 2. So I'm connecting to pin number 2. So I will change this color of wire to green. Yeah. So my connection is done. So what I have done, so I have taken 2 LEDs. The cathode part I have connected to the ground, and an anode part I have connected to digital pins. Why it is a digital pin? Because the LED will be digital output device. Okay, so that's why I have connected to the digital pin, and I will initialize this pin number 2 and 3 as a output. So how to code? So just go to the code tab, right? So here we are using 2 LEDs, so I need to initialize the pins. So one is pin number 3 and another one is pin number 2. Okay, so this is how we can initialize. So I'm initializing the pin number 2 as a output pin. Okay, so what I'm doing, I want to glow alternatively. So if red is glowing, the green should be off, and if green is glowing, the red should be off alternatively. So for how to write? So digital write 3 high. So high means the LED which is connected to third pin will be glowing. So that time what I have to do, I have to turn off the green LED. So that's why I will write as low. Right? So after that, I will give a delay of 1 second, and then I will make the other LED to glow. So initially red was glowing, so I make it as low, and I need to make green as high. So that's why I will write digital write 2 comma high. Okay, so let's see simulation how it works. So you can see that when red is glowing, the green is off, and when green is glowing, the red is off. So you can give more delay. So for that you can increase this value. So if you want 5 seconds of delay, so you can give 5000. So it will delay for the 5 seconds. So the red was glowing, now green is glowing. Fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the Arduino, sir, the pin 3 and pin 2 which you have connected, sir. So
Yes,
in front of pin 3 there is a tilde sign, but not in front of 2. So is there any difference between these two pins?
yes, there is a difference. So I will explain whenever I will be explaining with different sensors. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Oh. So you have done this. So is this working?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm executing with LED is to make you comfortable with the syntax. So syntax of Arduino. Okay, how to write programs. So first, what you have learned is how to initialize pins. Fine, how to initialize pins, and the other functions you have learned is how to write a digital value to the pins, and how to use this delay function. Right. So next example is to understand how to use a loops. Okay, for loop or yeah, how to use for loop in an Arduino. Okay, the syntax will be same. That is, right? The syntax of for loop. One is initialization, next is condition, and the one is increment. Okay, so for that particular understanding that particular syntax, so let's take the another example. So another example is scrolling of LED. So what do you mean by this? So I want to glow LED one by one. Okay. So I'm taking 6 LEDs and I'm connecting to the Arduino. Okay. And I want the 6 LEDs not to on one by one. So that's what we call it as a scrolling of LEDs. Okay. So this example uh, mm, to make you understand how to use a for loop in the Arduino. Okay. So you can take 6 LEDs and connect to different pins. So instead of connecting like this, you can connect differently. So I'm connecting two components here via resistor. So this from this part to this part. So again, this cathode part is connected to these points. So from this point, I will connect to ground. Okay. So whenever I'm connecting to the ground, I'm making the color as black. So you take 6 LEDs and connect to Arduino pins. So if you have selected wire and if you want to remove that, if you want to deselect, you can press Control Z. Okay, Control Z. So you can change color if you want. So now I have connected the cathode part to the ground. So we'll connect this ground to the from the Arduino to this point. Okay. So once I connect this, then all the points are connected to ground. Now I will connect these points to the digital pin. So we can connect from pin number 2 to pin number any pin which are in with the serial in the increasing fashion or decreasing fashion, because we are using loop here. So that's why you can connect 2, 3, 4, or you can start from any number. So I have asked one of my students to give demo with the real hardware, since I don't have real hardware. So he'll be explaining you tomorrow, okay, the actual Arduino board and different functions. What we are doing is just simulation, okay. Yeah, so I have connected pins from from pin number 2 to pin number 7. So I have taken 6 LEDs. So this anode of the pins I have connected to the pin from 2 to 7. Okay. So this is how you need to use a for loop. I will show the code. Yeah. So syntax is same. For loop. So in the for loop, you know that we have three components. One is initialization. So you can declare a variable. So the variable I will declare as I. Okay. So I will initialize I2. So since I connected from the pin 2, so I will initialize with the value 2. Then that value should increment up to, so the last pin I have used is 7. So that's why I will specify I is less than or equal to 7, and then I plus plus. So first I will connect to pin number, I will initialize 2, then 3, then 4, so on. So that's why I have incremented by 1. Okay. Yeah. So you can see here. So from pin number 2 to pin number 7, I have initialized pin mode of I, comma output. So these pins I will initialize as output. Okay. So what is the code? So I want to glow one by one, right? So that's what I'm writing here. So from which pin? So I'll write a for loop here. So for I equal to 2 to I is less than or equal to 7. No? I plus plus. So this is the code. So I need to make, instead of 3, I need to make this as a I. Right? This is power. So you can see that the LED is glowing one by one. So if you want, you can reduce the delay. So you can see that the LED is glowing one by one. So this is an example for the scrolling of LED.
So can you show the code, sir?
Yeah. So just I'll paste in the chat. So it's a for loop. And you can see students from different branches are there, mechanical, civil. Just copy paste this code. Make sure that you are connected with the same pins. So I have connected from 2 to 7. So if you connect with the same pins, then it will blink. Fine. So if you have any errors or not coming, please ask. You can share your screen. I will help you. So these are basic examples we have done. So we'll like that we will use different sensors. We'll connect to the Arduino and we'll see the result. Okay. So what's the goal? So make you understand how we can connect different sensor to the Arduino and how we can code that. So using this, you can build some small projects, IoT projects. So I hope everyone are getting any errors.
No, sir.
Everyone are getting? If any others, please let me know. Share your screen, I will help you. So this is what the output. Okay. So we are growing LED in a scrolling fashion. So one of the up, one after the other. So can anyone share the screen? Just I want to see you're getting the output or not. So anyone completed? Anyone getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Can you please share?
Sure, sir. Can you see it, sir?
So it's coming back and forth. No. Oh, share the code. Okay, you started with the pin number 8, right?
Yeah,
Pin
sir.
number 8. Yeah, fine. Thanks. Anyone? Anyone getting error? So we'll take a break. We'll have lunch and we'll continue with the next session. Okay. Okay, you can leave and join after lunch.